Good morning, friends. So your morning work today is going to be to create a fraction flipbook. So here is what it will look like when you are done. We're just going to assemble it today, and we're only going to do one little part of it. So this is going to be a work in progress. You do have to follow my directions from the video exactly, otherwise your flipbook is not going to turn out correctly. And I will say, sorry, Charlie, because you did not follow directions on the video. Of course, you can always pause it and go back if you get stuck on something, and you can rewatch parts of it. So you should have this morning when you came in, grabbed 13 little pieces of paper off of my back table, and hopefully they were in order. If they are not in order, actually, let's just go ahead and double check. The very top one should say fraction flipbook, and then it should be your 1/2 tape diagram. And then it's the one that has the 1/2 with the models and then the number line. And the next one is a third, 1, 2, 3 pieces. And then the next one should be your model into third with thirds on the number line. And then the next one is fourths. And then you should have your fourth with the models and fourth on the number line. Your next one should be sixth. And then with 6 with your model and 6 on the number line. Next one is eighths, and then you should have 8s on the model and 8s on the number line. And then you should have 12ths, and then again 12ths on the model and 12ths on the number line. So once you're sure you've got all those 13 pages in order, I want you to stack them up nice and neat, and we're going to put one staple up right up here in the corner. I want to do that first, that way they don't get out of order. Please go ahead and put your name, number, and date right here. And so that way, if it gets lost, we know it's yours. All right, so this next step, we're actually going to need scissors for. Please ask a friend or ask if you can borrow one of my scissors if you don't have any. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my book to the side. And you see we've got all these cut along the dotted lines. So we're going to do that for every single page. Just make sure that you are only cutting along the dotted line. If you cut in a different location, it is not going to turn out correctly. Your flipbook is not going to look like a flipbook. All right. I wish I could change to like fast mode here, but I don't feel like editing a video. So we're just going to do this. So like I said, this is going to be a work in progress. We'll do a little bit today, and then there will be a little more that we do another day, just kind of adding on to it until we have our entire flipbook done. This is something I want you to keep in your work binder, in your desk. Please don't just shove it in your desk. You will eventually turn it in for a grade, which means you're going to have to hang on to it for a while until you have got the entire booklet done. So again, continuing to cut. You may notice that our denominators here, we do skip some. I think they skipped fifths. We do fifths in 4th grade, but it does skip sevenths. We do not do denominator of 7 in 4th grade. And it also skips the ninths. We don't do ninths either. So we do go up to our 12ths. And then after our 12ths, we really just kind of, then we go our powers of 10. So like 10, 100, 1,000 sort of thing. And we really just stick with 10 and 100 as our denominators. But we'll talk about that more when we learn about decimals. And we'll see how decimals and fractions relate to each other as well. All right, almost done. I'm on my 12ths. See, I'm just cutting along the bottom. Now this one doesn't have the dotted line, but you'll need to go ahead and cut it right underneath that. And then this last one, you don't need to cut it all. All right, so when you get done and you put it all together, ta-da, you've got your little fraction flipbook. Oh, my 4s are a little covered up. So you can see it's all right here. So you have your halves, your thirds, your fourths, your sixths, your eighths, and then your 12ths. And you already have your name on it. So what you're going to do this morning is, not on this page, because we've got our halves there, but on this page, we're only going to look at the models, because that's what we did yesterday, looking at equivalent fractions. So for all of them, you're going to shade what it says. So this one says shade half of the circle. So super. I'm going to shade half of the circle. And this next one says shade 2 out of 2. Well, we know 2 out of 2 is just going to be the entire circle, but please do it neatly. I'm just trying to be fast here. So go through, nothing to do here, and look on every single one and shade it carefully. I would love to see you guys take better care and be a little more careful and a little neater than I am. This is where I get to say, do as I say and not as I do. And then fourths, so then 1/4, oh, they change it up a little bit here, so 3/4, and then go to our 6th, shade a 6, and then shade 2/6, and then shade an 1/8, and then shade 5/8, and then we're at our 12ths, and shade 1/12 and shade 7/12. So friends, when you are done with that, you can go ahead and just leave this out on the corner of your desk. We'll probably use it today in math, and I just want to check to make sure everybody gets it done today, because like I said, we are going to use this for other lessons, and we are going to continue to add on to it. Good luck, my friends. Ask a friend if you need help with anything.